Hey, this is Fletch. Welcome to the Buccaneers Bay. I'll be going over today, Rashad White defending the offensive line. Um, he was asked about it, talking about the offensive line and what can it improve and the overhaul. And he took a stance for, the offensive line, specifically the center and the right guard. Um, he went on to say a lot of the fans don't look into situations. A lot of the guys don't look into what I say with our team. They want to bash Robert Hainsey. They want to bash the O line, bash my guys, but it's like, bro, he played guard and tackle his whole life. And my guy Ryan Jensen go down. You say Hainsey, oh, go play center at the highest level, and he's never played center in his life. You know what I'm saying? Just give it time. Just give it time. Give these guys time. And he went on to say the same thing for Cody Ma. Just give these guys time and to see if they could improve. I want to agree with him on the Cody Ma. I obviously think second half of the season, um, especially after the Colts game, he started to uptick a little bit in his play, and I think he can improve. I think he just needs a couple more years. Alex Kappa came on a little bit more at the end of his tenure with us, so he probably needs another a good year to show his true potential. I mean, it could come out this year, and he make that massive step. I won't go against it. Robert Hainsey is different only because, like Rashad said, he's never played center, so he's learning how to play a position he never played before. And I understand. Rashad is absolutely right with what he said about the offensive line. Um, they need some time. Even Luke Gedeke is probably the biggest example on the offensive line. He was a left guard, and to be honest, he was flat out terrible. Um, He was. He was flat out terrible, but honestly, they moved him inside and he was a tackle. But due to his short arms, people felt like he couldn't be a tackle in the league. So we kicked him to guard. He was terrible. We kicked him back to tackle. He's top half of the league. Like we have one of the better tackle duos in the league. And it's because we put him at his spot. So my thing is, do we put Robert Hainsey back at his spot? Don't that make a little bit more sense? Uh, how to be more effective with the people is you put them back in positions you know, they've been in. Uh, in the center class, it's good. Even if we don't get JPJ the first round, there's still some centers, the West Constant center, and just some in the third or fourth round that could be a starter in the league. I get him. He wants to defend his guys. Obviously, to me personally, I think what we did was just improve the depth of the offensive line. Getting the guard, getting the center, and getting the swing tackle. I think we just improved the offensive line as far as depth. But if Cody Ma nor Hainsey makes that uptick in production or play, you're going to be relying on a left rookie guard to come in there and be truly impactful, which I don't think. If he's the best out the interior line, I don't think the offensive line looks too good. Cody Ma do have to take a step. Hainsey has to improve. I get the defense. I get these guys being asked to do a lot. They're asked to do a lot. Whenever you got to change positions and still have a high level of play, that's a lot. We asked for that from Tristan Wirfs as well, but he's just so supremely talented and gifted and one of the best tackles in the league. period, left or right. Um, he made it look easy. He was still a top 5 left tackle in the league. Um, but everybody, there was moving pieces all over the offensive line. Um, I don't think outside of Robert Hainsey and the veteran left guard that we had, that got his spot took by Aaron Stinney from injury and just never got it back. It's their first time playing, playing their positions at the NFL level. And to be honest, it's when you give the situation they went in with, it is impressive, especially two new tackles and a guard and two new guards that you had. So, credit to them. Hopefully Graham Barton. I said Cody Barton. Graham Barton is there at 26. Perfect guard to fit in here and solidify the offensive line. This fully drafted offensive line that we'll have humming next year. If not, you can go use one of those thirds and probably get Mahogany out of Boston College. You know, um, we got 2 third rounders, and honestly, people are so invested on us getting a corner. Honestly, they don't know Todd Bowles he's going to let his project start. I mean, if we get a corner, if 5th round, I really don't see us getting a corner. We went and replaced a couple of guys, and we went and got Bryce Hall and Thomas, but he's supposed to be the slot corner, the backup slot corner to Izzy. So to me, we improved on depth in the roster. Like it wasn't retaining our big guys was, pretty much our off season. Now what I see us doing is just making the roster better. Like we have the top end talent, but you still have to make the middle part of that roster better, which I think he did, and just added a lot of depth um, to the corners because we're 3 corners deep, 2 slot, and Merriweather is there. Hayes that we had last year is still there. Like there's guys that played good and contributed that's going to stay on the roster this year. And honestly, outside of probably like another safety, I don't know. Um, I think they're probably looking at edge rusher before they draft a corner or safety. I think edge rusher linebacker is picked up before corner or safety in the draft. And honestly, I would agree with that notion. I still need another edge rusher, a young edge rusher that Randy Gregory can help. I feel like he's going to be able to, you know, show some type of quality and teach some of the guys something of what he's been through in the NFL. And he's coming at the right time. He's most likely going to start on the other side and the rookie develop behind him. But now with that, I don't think we go edge at 26 anymore just because we technically have the speed rusher that we would have gotten chopped. And honestly, you're in a spot right now where you probably have to, if JPJ Graham are not there, you're trading back unless you're getting Mitchell, but then that stamps Chris Godwin is not coming back next year. If a first round wide receiver is drafted by us, Chris Godwin will not be on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers next year. And that would probably be like a shocker. I mean, not a shocker, but I just don't see it happening. It's very slim chance that we draft a wide receiver in the first round, maybe second, maybe third. Back at first and went back to the early second. Could we get Lad McConkey to pair him up with the OC that was there when he won the championship just this year? I can see that happening as well too. So it's a lot of stuff. I do agree with White. the offensive line did improve second half of the season, so maybe they just give him another chance, another year, and get him some help at the left guard position, and we'll see. But the future of the offensive line do look bright. The you whatever you could say, we have two tackles that are 24 and can play. That's great. Rookie right guard who looked like he came on later in the season. That is great. So three of the five pieces to me are solidified. I'm not all in on Hainsey. I'm fine with him being the starter, but like if JPJ there, man, go get him. At 26, please go get him. I feel like the offensive line will take leaps with him on the offensive line. But this is Fletch, man. Just giving you another episode. If you can, follow me on all the social media platforms that I have up above. And thanks for listening to Buccaneers Bay.